They're not the wings, are they?
These are.
They're huge.
Well, we're not using the whole thing.
Oh my god. And where did you find this, Shayne Young?
So, these are the winglets that used to be on the Moulds of the 2007 America's Cup yachts.
So I've got the first rudder almost done, and then we'll be working on the second one, and we can show everybody how we put them on the rudder stocks. Custom make them to fit each individual stock. So we've got this one here, and the other one that looks a bit like half a Christmas tree, and hopefully we can get some good footage of that to show everybody what we do.
We're going to use the existing rudder stocks and everything and just put new blades on them. The original race boat rudder as a plug, and we've made a mould off of this, and then we'll make our actual rudder blades out of this. I'm thinking I might do it just flat with a big solid fiberglass insert in it, and that way I can put my wingtips, just bolt the wingtips on, and that way I can adjust the angle of attack on them. And so by putting the wingtips on here, it makes a rudder this long seem like a rudder that's the full length of this, because it stops the low pressure from one side of the rudder escaping around to the other side of the rudder, so it makes it a lot more effective. This brown stuff is a Teflon release, so we put the brown Teflon release on the rudder blade, and you can see the MDF here. We use that to make the flanges, and then so this is how it was. So just polyester and glass chop, rolled that out, and that all cured with a return flange at the top, and glued these little bits of wood onto it to stiffen it all up so it would sit flat on the desk. Then when it was released from the rudder, this is the surface finish that the Teflon leaves. So there's no waxes or anything transferred because it's a Teflon release. Put a little bit of gel coat in the leading and trailing edge bits to help deal with the sharp corners and edges. And now Kent's just Teflon released this mould so that we can actually make the rudder that will be used for the boat out of this.
So you don't have to polish the inside anymore, you just use that brown
sticky stuff. You just use this brown stuff. Boom.
And here is our rudder blade getting made. And you can see the weight that Kent's put on there to hold it all in place. But it's the mould, and then all of the foam cut with slits in it so that it sits the right shape and glued in place.
The hull was getting dirty, so we decided to pull it out and give it a clean. On in. Careful, careful. Okay. last night was thinking of our rudders, and he's going to make foils for them. And he was talking about America's Cup boats, so you probably know what will happen. He thought, oh, hang on, I remember the America's Cup boats had little wings on the bottom of the bulb, so he came and looked in here and found this.
So these are the winglets that used to be on the bulbs of the 2007 or version 5 America's Cup yachts. So these were actually to do exactly what we want to do, control the tip vortices from the keel. We want them to control the tip vortices from our rudder. So it's exactly what we want it to do.
Oh, how exciting.
Yeah, and it's quite cool. These are they're not a dead straight wing. They've actually got a little bit of curl in the tips, which makes it a little, or quite difficult for us to splash moulds off of. But yeah, it's exactly what we need. So here's it. Here is the rudder. This is the bits we trimmed off the bottom edge of the rudder.
The rudder we've made for
Yeah,
Paikea.
so here's the bottom end of our rudder, and basically the wings will look something like that.
Will they have that?
Coming out each side.
Will they have the little flippy up tip as well?
Yep.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so that's exactly what, as you see it there, is basically how it will be on our boat.
And what do you do? Is going to do you have to make the mould up the same as you did for the?
For the rudders.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah, and we have to do 2 of them because of the kink up here. I have to have a port and starboard one.
Yeah.
It's a pain in the backside, but we get some good bits, and I'll probably keep these moulds because these wings are going to be quite vulnerable.
Oh.
So the chances of actually breaking them and stuff like that, or needing to modify them, are fairly high.
Do you want to explain that problem on the other rudder stock?
So the plan this morning was I cut some little stainless steel webs that were welded on the front of the rudder stock on the other thing there, and for some reason I had it in my brain this morning that I was chopping the stock shorter as well, but I'd actually planned not to cut the stock shorter.
So Kent's cut all that foam out of the
So
rudder.
Kent's done the rudder with the longest with the intention of the longer stock, and then I went and cut the stock shorter. It's like, moron.
Last of the sanding today, hopefully, because this afternoon, with any luck, we might be able to start painting our hulls. So what's happening?
About to put my mask on and grind the front of the boat.
Today's job, sanding the boot top all ready for priming. Hopefully, we're really like maybe this afternoon. We'll see how Shayne goes with that. And we have Paikea from Rigging Projects here helping with some loops. So he's making some strops so that we can attach our existing side stays and forestay to the boat. Because we previously put a new rig in the boat, rotating rig, so we have different stuff that we need there. And we also have Kent still working on our rudders. So you can see these are our new finished strops.
So Kent's putting the glue into the starboard rudder.
It looks like he's
shells.
putting it. Well, I just went over there and it looks like he's putting it in both of them.
Yeah. He's putting it in the shells so that he can glue
Slap
it to
it
the
on.
stock.
Is all prepped, ready for Anticar, but Shayne's going to paint it when he gets back. He's got 10 days in France to launch the next gunboat, so he's off this morning to do that, and I'm not exactly sure what Shayne wants me to do while he's away, but I'll definitely get the boot top and everything ready. Rudder, it's got an amazing rudder. I'll go and show you. Finished cooking it?
No, I'll keep it going until Kent turns up. Oh, Kent can turn it on.